Hey. Oh. Twitch takes so long with XSplit, I ain't used to it. But I'm live. What up? I'm already on. Make sure.
Let me tell you, I'm out here from a very far away place. All for a chance to be a star. Nowhere seems to be too far.
Figured out today. It's coming out tomorrow. Much requested. Just in time for the album.
Los Angeles.
Shake that body, party that ball. Shake that body, party that ball. Shake that body, party that body.
Back at it now. Oh, got to get started here. After a few nights that happened to do Sheldon McQueen shows.
Shake that body,
Los Angeles.
That I knew. I don't think any of y'all showed up. That's fine.
party that ball. Shake that body, party that body.
Los Angeles.
I heard this beat so many times today. You know, not even really sick of it.
Los Angeles. Los Angeles.
We'll jump right into these soon, though.
Los Angeles is a lonely sort of place. Let me tell you, I'm out here from a very far away
Machine.
place. All for a chance to be a star. Nowhere seems to be too.
I just keep on loving you, baby. And there's no one else I
There's
know
so many
can
random
take
ass
your
samples thrown in this
place.
Letting people show up, about to jump in.
Los Angeles is a lonely sort of place.
Reese, whoever told you was correct. Machine is what I use.
Let me tell you, I'm out here from a very far away place. All for a chance to be a star. Nowhere seems to be too far.
Had to do some real bootleg shit to get like simulated different tempos in machine patterns because you can't. Although I only had 2 for one of the patterns, but all right. I'm hoping they'll put that in there before long, like different pattern, unique tempos. All right. Let's start this shit out. Let's see what we got to start it. First up, we got Still. Still hitting them corners and them low lows, though. That's okay. This is a little messy, a little confusing. Rhythmically speaking and melodically speaking. Not sure if I'm liking what's going on. I could probably turn on my volume a little bit. I'm gonna do it. Alright. Yeah, so I'll turn this down. Yeah, young Dannon, you got it. Hit it on the head. The chops sound pointless is like the biggest thing. How they are right now. They're just like there. chopping shit to chop shit. These chops are nicer. There's still some variable volumes from like your velocity. The drums are really also dragging this down. They're just really weak, and there's just a lot of clutter. Like nothing sounds intentional. There's no focus. It's just a bunch of stuff all bumping up against everything else. And oh shit, my mic did get turned down just a little bit. Yeah, that's a good tip. Set your polyphony to 1. Yeah, so your samples cut each other off. There's just a lot of that's just super messy. Rhythmically, dealing with your chops, dealing with all of it. So, clean it up. Am I right? All right, next up is Hella Beats. It's called Dimensions. Smoke weed, trippy beat. Chill stoner instrumental 2016. Yeah, queue's all full right now. So far, pretty chill. Uh-oh, we got the Bill Withers drums. It's really hard to keep, like, it's hard to say why some drum breaks, there's not as much ownership over them. Like, some drum breaks get used over and over all the time, and you're never like, man, this is this one song. Well, some of them you're like, oh yeah. Like, you probably have a song you associate with Impeach the President or Synthetic Substitution or something. But like, Use Me, all I can never think of is Sing About Me. Especially when, see, like this, when you sort of chopping it up more, it works more. Yeah, it's just using that main pattern. Especially, and that drum sound, it's just got a very unique flair to it that people are gonna have a hard time disassociating with Sing About Me. But you didn't leave it straight in that 2-beat loop like he did in the song, so it's different enough, but at the same time, through no fault of your own. It's a lot of that. This is nice though. It is pretty chill, I would say. I think you could do some stuff. Elliot says maybe with some effects on the drums, some distortion, you can make it new. Yeah, I think you could sort of change the sonic qualities of those drums a little bit. Give it a little bit of a change up. I could use some bass line going on. I like that main sample, but it does feel a little too empty, like boring empty. So yeah, try to fill it out some more. There's be some good bass, some more synths going on. I think it's a good start, but you need some more. All right, next up we got K Twist. He's got a track called Hey Nong Man. Shout out to Scott Ackerman. Shout out to the Zooks. Let's hear this. Man, K-Twist sent me like a stockpile of beats the other day. There's some heaters in there. Shit. Woo! Captain, you figured it out. I could use some more snare. Woo. Off to a good start. King Fire Guy says it reminds him of Illmind. I can get that a little bit. Yo, did y'all see Illmind? Man, I just gotta play this whole thing. Illmind started at GoFundMe for like, he's making essentially like beat critique the website, which is cool. So it's sort of like a community thing where tracks get voted up and voted down and people leave feedback. And it's a way you can always get feedback on your shit, which is great. It's a good idea. But he's asking for like 10 grand to make it. Like, come on. I know you got money. Like, and you're gonna turn it into a business, so fuck. K-Twist, you can Google around. If you search for like K-Twist Bandcamp, you can find all this shit. I don't know if he has an active SoundCloud, really. Whew. Whew. Fuck. K-Twist. Goddamn. I could use, like, I think there could have been a little bit more body to the snare on some of those hits, but damn. So far, that's the beat of the night. I gotta keep a running track of what the beat of the night is so I can remember. I always forget. Goddamn. K-Twist is out of here. Alright, next up. Ayad Madani. Uh-oh, K-Twist in the building. I see you listening to Comedy Bang Bang, K-Twist. Sounds almost like a Juicy J beat. Like one that he produces, not like when he gets Sunny Digital or whoever from 808 Mafia to do all this shit. Yeah, Juicebox, that's the idea. So I can make sure to remember. Yeah. After what we just heard with K-Twist, these drums sound super rudimentary. Like, K-Twist was an excellent example of how to have sounds people are familiar with, but like keeping them fresh, having a good bounce, and just like being modern in a really good-ass clean way. And this is sort of like the hackneyed version of being like modern, trying to be. Yeah, the drum mixing is a little off, as well as just the sound, like the programming is a little boring. Solid. It could just use a little bit more polish to really take it to that next level. Shout out to Ayad. Glad you got to see it live for the first time. Alright. Oh yeah, I was gonna try night before instead of daytime. Morning of. I'll try that for next week. I'll do like Tuesday night at 7 p.m. or something. Let's see how that goes. Alright, next up is L9. L9 Beats. Sample with drum break. Reminds me of something from Paul's Boutique. We'll see. Can't even hear it. Can't hear it. sounds like an Action Bronson mixtape beat. Cause like I sort of like beats like this that have that sort of like bluesy major key to them sometimes, but like very rarely are good songs made on beats like this, except for like Bronson. Oh shit, this does sound just like Loser by Beck. Captain says this sounds like something from a Fat Albert cartoon. Whoa. Yep. This sounds like one time at my high school we had this local preacher. He was like a Christian rapper whose theme was like he was the farmer and he wore like overalls. And if he came and rapped and it would be on a beat like this and he'd be like talking about the Bible and talking about, I just remember him saying like spread the seed across the earth and doing this fucking motion. He's wearing overalls and a straw hat and rapping about God. You could sell this beat to him, I'm sure, for like a primo parking spot at the Wednesday Bible study. Feels like a film score, says King Tut. Yeah, it's almost like something that would play in like a movie Jason Lee was in like 2004 over the credits. He's like driving to his job at the donut store and that would play and it would end and he would get there and he would walk in and say like, hey Randy, and then say you're late again, and then the movie would start. And so is it like technically bad? No. But it is just kind of goofy and corny, so. So I think you could fill it out with some things that are less corny. There's that sort of feel and that sort of sample's hard to make work, right? Like I said at the start, so. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know how like. That's what it was. He was like the MC of the talent show, and so he was like, "All right, I'll do it." I imagine he was like, "I'll do it for free, if I can do a little presentation for the kids. It's feel good upbeat." And they're like, "Okay," but he never once did he say he was a rapping Christian farmer character. So that's probably how he conned his way into it. Shout out to Cy-Fair High School for allowing that to happen. All right. Right now, this is P.T. Wright. This is kind of nice. Actually, I think I remember. I remember his name. Oh boy. Check this out. This shit's on iTunes. Oh hell yeah. After this, I'll show you all the track list. It's got kind of a nice feel to it, but it's sort of stuck in like that sort of SoundCloud style, sound-wise. The chords are kind of nice. Kind of at first. The last chord is confusing. This sample is so familiar. The swing sounds robotic. Yeah, I think it sounds like you just went full triplet on it. Almost. Hyper Noob says, I think the hat should have picked up by now. like just more. Yeah, I can. You'd think like they'd start to fill out a little bit. Yeah, that's something you would see in your SoundCloud feed and be like, listen to a little bit of and skip through. Like, there's like a lot of y'all know what say that, and like there's obviously like that sort of SoundCloud sound where everything just sort of sounds the same, and that's definitely stuck in there. I think you could jazz up the rhythms a little bit more for sure. Some more stuff happening. That went on for too long without hearing any new stuff. But it might be on Spotify too, but let me show y'all. So this dude's name was Trey 9 the Farmer. And so I just searched for Trey 9 the Farmer. And here's his album. So look at this art. Oh boy. Then you've got a track list, Farmer intro. Number 2, I Be Coming Through. Moving up to the suburbs. Ooh, this is good. Are there any videos of this? I hope so. Let's see. Where's the farmer at? There's the farmer. Where's the farmer clothes though? I swear he dressed as a farmer. You just saw it in the album art. Lil Kiki got on a remix of his? No, he didn't. Alright, I'm done with this. After this one. Alright, here we go. Yeah, featuring Lil Kiki, Big Pokey. How did he get Lil Kiki and Big Pokey on some tracks?
Stripping you of your Christian rights, let atheists dictate your life. They flicker just like Christmas lights. Ooh! Ain't doing nothing for you, but stripping you of your Christian rights, let atheists dictate your life.
Don't let atheists dictate your life.
Tax dollars go down the pipe of a wealthy white politician. Chunk a little crumb to the local missions, then try to separate church from state until that hurricane breaks the bank. Look at the tsunami, Katrina, World Trade Center, hurricanes from Wilma, Andrew, Ivan, Charlie, Ike, and Rita. Ain't got leaders politically to offer us security. Every time calamity strikes, then they want unity.
Alright. No more Trey 9. Except for this one more.
What happens when men
have
babies but don't want to be fathers? What happens to those kids? I hope that this song will inspire all the men out there.
Yo, that's a real ass birth.
Fathers to your children so that they might have a better future. Let's go. At 15 on her own, she remembers what he said. You ain't my daughter, you're a disgrace, I wish you were dead. Didn't love her cause a white girl with a
It's
black
too
eye
real for me. Too real. Damn. I just wanted a video of him on stage doing his fucking Pappy Slap dance like he did. He had to get real on it. God damn. Oh, I'm really glad I remember that. Alright. I have not thought about it since the day that it happened. Alright, next up. MCA. Trillionaire Boys Club. It says DJ Mustard in the tags. So you know what he was going for. Definitely got the bootleg mustard feel. Not French's. Yellow from a packet. Not the right stuff. Not good stuff. Not the good mustard. It's like ultra minimal. This is like whisper DJ Mustard. First you gotta get it. Now we at. Oh, there it is. First you gotta. Young Dannon says this is actually worse than DJ Mustard, and that's hard to accomplish. Like, this is like if Fraternity was making a video. They were having like, because they always get like really halfway washed up rappers like come through and do their big parties in the spring. They're like, man, we got the Cottonmouth Kings coming out. We got Lil White from 3 affiliated with the Hypnotized Minds coming out to rap. And they're like, oh shit, Lil White. And they made like a promo video and they were rapping like in the frat house. This would be the beat to that video. Is it like a bad execution of a DJ Mustard ripoff? Yeah, probably. Normally you would phrase that and say, no, it's not really. But is it like god awful? No. Is it played out and sort of done to death? Yes. Could someone have made it into a good song while those beats were while those beats were popping off? Probably. My Beats Are Trash says this is what Mustard sounds like before he tracks out everything to the engineer. Yeah, like I agree with that. Trey 9 would kill this beat. I need the Trey 9 feature on the next Banana Peels. Horsey sauce on the beat. DJ Great Value Mustard. Y'all get it. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a DJ Mustard knockoff, not straight up a DJ Mustard beat, so that's a problem. But next up, we got Keyboard Tap. Uh-oh. This sounds like super old Kanye B-sides. Or like that one local rapper that sings and thinks he sings really good. These chords are too much. This is like Flash Game soundtrack from 2005. This is a Brandy song. Trey 9 got Bun on a track? Hey, man, maybe I'm talking too much shit about Trey 9. Alright. This is super goofy. Overcompressed, yeah, that's for sure. Whatever's on your master is a little too much. It's a preset that's sort of sapping the life out of your shit. Uh-oh. Like, that sample's okay, but the drums, yeah, the drums are really lacking. And the drum sounds aren't great. So, like, the programming and the sound selection are just super lackluster. And just so it sounds so robotic and definitely sounds like just ultra programmed. It doesn't have, like, some good feel to it. It was just like happening instead of like actually getting out like some real shit we could groove to. It was just drums that were filling up the pattern, so it just seemed like drums that were programmed just so there would be drums, if that makes sense. And that happens a lot when you're making beats in general. Just the drums aren't there, but you just gotta trash them and start over until they've got a sort of life to them. So I would do that. Lay off on the mastering. It's better generally to have little to no mastering than too much, because then you can just turn it up and really hear it. And that just sounded kind of nasty. So next up is Zobu. Yeah, everybody's underestimating Trey 9. Sorry, Trey 9, but I talk shit. But rapping overall is still funny, no matter who you got on your song. We got a Mumford & Sons song. This is like what some freshman at UCLA puts on her My Weekend at Coachella video. It's like her with the GoPro for like 18 minutes on like 30 different dudes' shoulders. She got the bandana or the headband and like a cape or some shit. Yeah, this is just super generic, and not even like in a hip-hop way, just in a really poppy, sort of boring way. Yeah, I think this got too far out of hip-hop for sure. You know, I mean, Trey 9 might kill this. I can hear him say the word Thessalonians over this for sure. But as like a hip hop song, I don't think it could be done. I don't even think you could get Kendrick on the remix of that, like with at the Grammys, like with that Imagine Dragons song. The guitar did sound a little too sort of like amateurish compared to everything else. I'm not sure why specifically. I don't know if it was the playing or like the tone. Everything else was a little more polished, but the drums were a little weak at the same time. So, yeah, it was just a little too sort of boring, like dentist, JCPenney music. All right, next up we got Pave and Gill. Oh, this sample. Like the Jet Life drums and Jet Life sample, but without that like feel in the programming. I think if you pitch this down and went halftime with it, it'd be way doper. Got some sample mismatch with your drums. Oh yeah, it's that Logic track, that's right. Maybe Logic already flipped it fast, but like I'm thinking this would be way doper. Like half speed, not half speed, but way slower. Yeah, I don't even listen to Logic, and I've heard this sample because it was like one of the top. I always browse the Who Sample charts because I'm curious, and that was up there. But like, I think if you slowed it down, granted, it might have been how Logic did it, but like I think slow would be. I feel like that's exactly what Logic did, just based on the kind of songs I would have heard him made. But that's better than what this is. So maybe do that. That's down 4 semitones. So that's my takeaway from that. How did Logic flip it? Let's find out. What's that song called? Like Whoa? Oh, he did it way faster.
I think I said it, but I know I do it this for everybody going through it like whoa.
Okay. So he did it that sort of upbeat halftime. Flip it my way, then. It's not that similar. Alright, next up we got King Tut. Alright. Louis Slugger. Trap soul beat. Trap soul type beat, but with a little bit more trap. We'll see about that. Round with that knee. With his smoking on quiche. This is like the dark, moody sequel to Cashing Out by Cash Out off the album Cash Out. That filter, you lost way too much. Uh-oh. This is overcompressed like hell. No! The siren. Return of the siren. Yeah, this is overcompressed. So the drums just aren't punching at all. And then so it's super quiet, so I don't even know why it's overcompressed. I can barely hear it. The siren. This beat should have died with King Tut. We've been cursed. Alright. Yeah, so like, even if the mix was like 100% on point and everything was like knocking, it would still be sort of like, I feel like I've heard this a million times before. Yeah, exactly. Keebway. Keebway? Keebway. Yeah, it's just didn't really bring much fresh to the table, and also that siren makes me want to die. So, in this stream, if there's another siren, it's the first one of the night. Once we get into the 4 or 5 territory, like that one night, which was ridiculous, that's when I start to like rage quit the shit. So. Elliot, that ain't a joke. He actually was. All right. Next is 3FK. Glad I got it right. I try on them names. Oh. Drums are like mostly whack. Trey 9. I read the Bible every night before I sleep and I pray to God. I wear my overalls, I go to sleep and I pray to God. The 3 things that I do are overall sleep and pray. And then I rap some. This is kind of, I like the sample, but I'm not huge on the drum sounds. Uh-oh, now we're hitting that filtered, that 40 bass. And all of a sudden, the feel totally switched up. If it comes back in halftime, that might work better. Because I'm not huge of the feel on the drums. Because like the drums are sort of going for that open, like Just Blaze groove. And then on that filter part, it was like your basic 808 shit. These filters are too much. These synths are too much. Yeah, so that's weird to go to that, to switch the feel up like that, and then not like go anywhere with it. It's one thing if you like did it and really used it, but it's weird otherwise. And so the sample's nice. The drums are the weak spot, sound selection wise, and then programming wise, they just didn't really carry it. That like double downbeat thing was kind of cool, kind of, but a lot of the synths were just super samey and basic and sounded super stock. So just try and swap out your drum sounds, try and swap out your synth sounds. Yeah. Next up is Core Mongo. These chops, it's like oh no, what are these horns? That's for the horn. The chops were pretty much, there was no purpose to them. It was just like why I didn't even know why I was hearing them. And then especially because it came in with this like super major upbeat, and then it went to this different key, and then it was about to switch to this other stuff. Captain describes it as my parents are siblings type beat. Yeah, and so the chops, there was just too much going on, and you weren't building anything. You were just chopping shit just to chop shit. Something I've been saying forever, but damn. What, Gert? How long am I going? I'm doing 30, as per usual. All right, next up we got Mastermind. Uh-oh, we got the carnival, spooky carnival. Down, 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 down. The bass is too much. The bass is too much. Too much. It's just going. You just have one note going. Why? Alright, this better change a little bit. Oh, it is like the switch in Blessings, yeah. Blessings on blessings. Know what them is? All right. Damn, the bass. Why'd you have one note just going the whole time? Yeah, and there's something weird going on with the drums. They sound like a little too processed or something. I don't know. Lil Dicky would kill this. Trey 9 versus the Devil type beat. Yeah, that just sounds super generic. And then the bass was just like, it literally just served no purpose. You just have one note that was droning the whole time. And so it was just soaking up all that energy and made it impossible for the rest of the drums to cut through. Let's see this. Ooh. Where's this going? Live. Uh-oh, we got some synth horns. This is about to get real corny. If this was done right, it might be nice. Oh, shit. There's so much happening. It's a nice bass line. There's so much happening. Band Clap Beats Production. There's so much happening. It's impossible to like keep track of. And so all the drum sounds and all the pianos are like super garbage. Yeah. There's a lot of cool stuff in the individual elements, but you can't just throw it on top of each other. If this and the kick sounds like it's a head, like if it had the right drum sounds, if it had the right synth sounds, if it had the right horns, if it had, there's a lot of stuff that's being really, really, really dragged down by the sounds. And then just by how busy the arrangement is, we can't hear what's happening. So, yeah, it started with like a nice groove, and it kept it a lot of the time, but it was a bit much for most of it. So, all right, next up was Contra Buzz. This is an old ass track. I don't think it's 9 months old though, so. This is off an old project of his called Raw Dinner. Called Raw Digger? Don't you got hella new beats though? Why would you submit an old ass one? I like that. It's already released, so I don't got much to say about it, but solid. It didn't seem like totally complete, but I liked what was there. EDs. I'm gonna try on Tuesday night next week. drums are really knocking. They might be cutting through too much, honestly. It's like a little try harder. You're doing the most a little bit. Like the drums are just a little too far forward. What a viper. The bass sound I'm not big on, I agree. King of Fire guy. You know, just like sometimes beats just get too big and like you can't rap on them. No one can. There's just no room. Like when shit gets too hype, it's like I kind of like it, but the bass sound I'm not huge on. There's a lot I like, so. Not that this is one of those that is too hype, but like sometimes people they're like aiming for like that most level of like huge hypeness, and it's just like it's too much. I can't handle it. All right, I do like the drums, but I think they are too loud. But I think there's some EQ work you could do with that sample to sort of get it to fit a little bit more. But I did like all the drum programming for the most part. They were a little too loud, which is a good problem to have because you just gotta turn them down. But there's lots of like I think you could have switched up overall because you sort of had that one sample sort of screaming in the background, and I think you could have switched up more. It was nice. Definitely second or third favorite for the night for sure. Right, next up is SS140, aka Veritasa.
Hey, who what? You ain't got no real money anyway, anyhow.
You have to say that to me now. School's out.
Did I sample Angry Birds? No. I don't know what that sounds like.
You can't talk now, huh? Huh?
Are you okay?
Submissions are full right now, Ekblad.
Yeah, what y'all like Dominican? Something like that?
No, 40 baby, thank you.
Yeah, whatever.
This is in a weird place tempo-wise. It doesn't really groove or anything. It kind of does, but it doesn't really.
You can't talk now, huh? Huh?
Are you okay?
Is it bad? I think there just could be more to it. I think there's some potential here. But I just don't know about the feel it's at right now. It's just sort of like in a weird place. It could work, but I don't think there's enough going on for it to work. Hoodro says Kick has no swing. There needs to be more, and I think you could program a little bit more, sort of bounce into the drums. Not even necessarily swing, but maybe a little bit of swing, but the pattern could just sort of be a little more thoughtful in terms of finding something that really gets bouncy with it. Alright, next up is Blush Age. Lost Time Bounce 3 demo. Let's see where this goes. Yo, who here has like tried out some VR shit? I tried some out. I tried out the HTC Vive. Shit was wild. I've been telling everybody. Whoa. What's happening? There's a long intro. If the drums haven't come in. Okay. That shaker's a little too loud. The kick's a little too weak. Like we're missing some shit. The Lego Island 2 switch up. This is definitely not hip hop, but that's fine. It is a little goofy. This has a lot of elements of like being stuck in SoundCloud beats. Last minute bomb under the wire. I don't know. I don't know about that. There was like 3 parts to it. The first one was way too long. The second one wasn't that great. The third one was straight up out of Lego Island. So that was weird. Not really something I would like listen to or hear anyone rap on. So you know, I never even played Lego Island 2, but it sounds like a natural evolution of the soundtrack from Lego Island 1, so I'm extrapolating. This is so quiet. We need some ghost busting equipment to hear this shit. We need Bill Murray. What's happening here? These chops. That beat was called Dankrupt. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why the sample was there at all. Yeah, it was a little too fast for me. It sounded like a video game soundtrack and like a mini golf game. And then the sample was just there in the background. What else do you get with All Access? You get tutorials, you get track boosts, and generally, if some people, you can sort of do private critiques if you want. But those are the main. That's the main sort of upgrade. It's track boosts, but you get everything else on top of that. But some people who don't like to submit, they'll email me shit if they're All Access, and I'll take a look at it. All right, next up is Alec R or Offbeat Productions. Save us, Alec. Give us something good. And actually, it'll be next Tuesday night at like 7 p.m. I think, if I remember to do it. Trying out that time, so just be on the lookout. There'll be a countdown. The EQ on this makes it kind of hurt. It could be kind of nice. This is harsh. Harsh. gotta low pass this shit. The drums and the bass are both super stock sounding. The chops are kind of nice, but the EQ makes them super annoying. God, it's so shrill. Ugh. And if you low pass, you'll probably lose most of that time stretching artifacts. Oy. Yeah, that's too shrill. You gotta roll up those highs. And then get a better bass sound, and the drums are... The sounds weren't great, and the programming was a little lackluster, so they conspired to make something very middle of the mall. Not where you want to be exactly. Alright. So we're going to be finishing up right before Quill. So King drew the 8th. That's going to be the last one we do tonight. FYI. Alright, next up we got Usual, aka Sweeney Todd. What the fuck? Where'd my style sheet go? Alright, whatever. This is the Usual. What? This is like a DVD. When you enroll in DeVry University, they send you a DVD that plays this song. It shows people typing at computers and then getting diplomas. What doesn't show you the $85,000 of debt that you exchange for a literally worthless degree. So this bomb's for DeVry University. What the fuck happened? My style sheet's all fucked up. My website's so ugly now. Why did this happen? I just went away. That's weird. Alright, next up. Well, that still works at least. Kaylee. Oh, this is Keyboy. See what Keyboy's got for us. I don't know how much DeVry costs. I assume it's outlandishly high. Like most for-profit schools. Yo, what is with these drums being sampled off like... What did you do to these drums? They're sampled off like Real Player. Oh, this sample. What sample is this? Who knows this sample? God, these drums are god awful. Jesus Christ. I feel like I sampled that and then never made a beat around it. I'm curious if I can find it. That was bad. That was really sample's very familiar. Can't think of what it is. Yeah, those drums. it was hard for me to focus on the sample because the drums were like super low fly for some reason. And in like a really bad way. The sample's nice, but those drums definitely not big on. So good ear on the sample. And so it didn't sound like all the drums had that lo-fi sound going on, but that really nasty sound really detracted from a lot. And so even if everything else was like really good, that would ruin, like if everything else was like perfect, I mean, that would still ruin it. So yeah, good sample. Like the feel's okay, but the drums were really lacking. And it sounds like overall, whatever's on your mastering, the sort of EQ on your overall 2-channel, so like your master bus, is just a little too much. It's putting a little too much color on it, and it's squashing everything down a little too much. But keep that sample. You can keep that tempo, that sort of feel, and just sort of build the drums again. So, that's I See the Sun in December by Roberta Flack or something. You ripped a producer's drums. That's a Cardinal Sin. It is not. You would think it is, but shit used to happen all the time. So don't be fooled. If there are drums on a rap song, you can steal those. That's open season. Open drums are open season. All right, next up is John Madden. Oh. Did I not hit start? There we go. I like the sample so far. Let's see. The bass is like a little too loud. There's something weird happening with the kick and the bass and the rest of the drums. They're like super unbalanced. Super unbalanced. I like the sample. I don't know about this part. The bass is super overbearing, and the drums don't feel like they're going together. It's got a cool feel to it, but there's just some stuff that's a little iffy. Yeah, the drums are just super disjointed. And they really don't sound like... what the fuck happened to my style sheet? I don't understand. They don't sound like they go together with each other or with the sample or anything, so... yeah. You know, there's stuff I like there, but there's some stuff that doesn't work, so. Alright, next up is Based Bison. This track's called Flames. Let's see. Nah, it's flat. That's how it usually is. When I actually type, I keep it flat. It looks like it's low. It's not that low. Maybe a little. Super slow. Elliot hates this snare. Intense filter sweepage. People are hearing a lot of Travis Scott influence. Keijin type beat. No, it's not a Keijin song unless it's the most annoying thing you've ever heard. Instantly. The drums are pretty weak, definitely. That sort of 808 is cutting through enough. It doesn't have the best quality, it doesn't have the best like tonality to it. But it's got a good like sort of energy, but the snare and the clap and all that, they just sound a little low rent. And they're a little quiet. They don't have the energy that they need to like cut through. It doesn't sound bad. It wasn't the most original thing ever, but I think if you up your drum game a little bit, it might work out a little more. And this is Arizona Husky. Kevin, yeah, like I usually like Keijin songs, but they're so loud unexpectedly. You'll be doing shit in silence and all of a sudden there's blaring some 8-bit tracker music. Not huge on these drums. Not huge on anything right now. Like, this drum pattern is really boring. Bass is too loud, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, that shit in the background, I don't know. That noise in the background is just grating, to say the least. And yeah, so you hear dissonance, okay. Yeah, if you fix that dissonance, it might work a little better, but at the same time, just having it run the whole time is kind of annoying, and that synth that does come in doesn't really save it. And just the pattern of the drums is like super sluggish. Like there's not enough happening for me to really get into it very much. So turn down your bass a little bit, fix that dissonance, see if you can make that something you want to hear over and over again, and try and liven up the drums. Next up is Marty Wagon. Oh no. Get some jazzy roads and then everything else goes to shit. This super swung, like this is what my beats from I'm particularly sensitive to beats that sound like this because I used to make a million beats that sounded like this when I first got my machine. And it's just corny, so you'll just wanna having shit be this like super mega swung vibe. It's just goofy. And then the chops are just like chopped for no reason. So it's just like it just doesn't seem to like really build anything. It's just sort of, I don't know, it's just kind of goofy. It's kind of a nice sample, but I don't know about doing that with it. So, especially not doing all those extra chops and stuff. All right, next up is Sunny Toga. Was a Pokemon kid? I mean, I played the Game Boy game for... Oh, no! Starting with it? God. I never really understood it very much. I did collect the cards briefly. I never knew how to play the card game, but I did buy them. Not the siren, no. It's only the second siren. Once we get past 3, it's an auto bomb. We got the siren and the Lex Luger. Fat Farm jeans shorts. I wore exclusively South Pole, baby. I wore Mark Echo and South Pole. With a little FUBU here and there. Alright, these drums are super weak and super stock. You've got this pitched hi-hat that sounds like a leaking sprinkler. Alright, for combining the siren and Lex Luger, you're narrowly escaping a bomb. Because just putting those two together, actually, you know, nah, you get the bomb. All those sounds were like straight off of Sega Genesis, and so the drums are super quiet. The synths were super, super rudimentary. It had lots of really bad sound effects, so. Not a fan. Alright, next up is Fushigi. Did you submit this already? Did you like revise this and send it again? Oh, this is the one. You left a bass track on. I can't follow the drums. I'm glad the bass is gone at least. The drums are... So he submitted this last week and there was that bass on there. And he said, man, I meant to mute the bass. So he muted the bass and sent it again. But I should have no idea what's going on still. So, sorry to say. So there was just hi-hats and snare. Like there was, I don't know what was going on with the drums. Incomprehensible. All right. One more for tonight. What the I still don't know what the fuck's up with my style sheet. That ain't right. But next up, King Drew the 8th. There's a Way Up, 2 Chainz, Drake, Travis Scott type beat. So I'm sure it's gonna be great. Like, people know you don't have to make beats that sound like this, right? Like, you can make literally anything in the whole fucking world. Oh, I like the tag. Drums are super weak. So are all the synths. This is just so slow. And so unhyped. Beetleborgs. Holy shit, Beetleborgs. I don't know if I ever saw this show, but I had some of the toys. Shout out to like weird ass cartoons from then, like Beetleborgs and like Biker Mice from Mars, Street Sharks. Shout out to all that. Man, that really not great. I'll tell you what. Kevin, you always come with like the weirdest, like the weirdest shit to say. Like, all right. Well, so Beat of the Night, obviously, it's K-Twist. It was close. ED's was close. I know I was sort of down on him, but I was a fan overall. So I like that, but this is the clear winner, I think. Was K-Twist. This beat was crazy. So his beat of the night. Winner's Grasp. What are you talking about? This was so good, but I'll be streaming again. If not Sunday, Monday. I think I'm doing Beat Fighter sometime this weekend on Sunday. To the semifinals. Y'all should go to the Beat Fighter SoundCloud and listen. I don't know who won. I think Ecstasy won, who won, Hoodro? You gotta say who won, but there was some really dope tracks in last week's Beat Fighter. Like the one Ecstasy did and the one Bureaucratic did were just crazy. They were like neck and neck. I don't know who won, but I'll be doing one of those, and I'll be working on the queue on Monday. Yeah, everyone think about Trey 9. Yeah, shout out to the IKEA Marcus. Shout out to Sheldon McQueen for buying me this one when he saw it on sale for $50 to replace my old busted one. I'm out of here. This was K-Twist. You can search for his Bandcamp, K-Twist Bandcamp. It'll come up. I'm out of here. I'll let this play out a little bit, but then I'll be out. Full volume, baby. Let's go. Trey 9 versus Kill. Later, everybody. Really should have given Trey 9 Beat of the Night. Never forget the farmer. Shout out to Trey 9. Shout out to biblical rappers everywhere, but specifically him because why not? All right, I'm out.